What's going on, guys? We are back once again, and we are going to be talking about episode 5 of Power Book 4 Force. Now, before you guys start talking down in the comments, or before we even get into this, there's a lot to discuss on this video of what happened. A lot happened in this. Now, again, what were your thoughts on it? I'd like to know down in the comments down below. But I'm going to try to go in character by character portions like I normally do. Now, the main thing that happened in this episode was, of course, Claudia and Vic planning to kill their dad. Now, what was interesting about this is obviously Claudia was still having a relationship with Doyle, and then they come up with an idea of an assassin squad to go in there, kill their dad, and then as soon as that's done, then Vic would be the one in charge. And then when Claudia later finds that out, she obviously comes up with a plan to not only solidify herself as queen in the city, but at the same time she has more issues to the fact of she finds out from Doyle that Dublin ain't gonna want to mess with her. They still want to talk to someone that is a male because of them being old school and because of the way that they do things. And of course she did not like that. She wasn't having it. So when it came out to the time frame of what they were going to do, she decided not to say anything. And when this happens, they want to make sure it was only going to be him and their dad. Now, when this occurs, Vic goes to the house, and when they're all about ready to have dinner, Uncle Polly shows up, and that causes an issue, and then everything goes to crap, where that's when Dublin comes in, and there's a big firefight. Now, Polly does get killed in the process, and then most of the assassins are killed, and then we see the final blow come from their father, and then of course he does get shot. But what's also crazy about this is Walter finally goes around saying that this is because of you and your sister, and we see Vic and Walter go at it they're blaming one another, and Vic actually delivers the final kill blow to Walter. Now, I will say this, I was shocked to see that Vic actually had the guts to pull the trigger on his own father, because again, with the way his character's been, with being very lost and also still, you know, very upset about Gloria, and also, you know, having his being twisted and turned not only by Walter, by Claudia as well. So it's been very interesting to see that. And now that he's finally delivered the final blow, we do see where he does return to the penthouse where Claudia and Doyle is waiting. They think they're wondering, okay, what happened? And he even says that he barely got out alive. That's when Doyle reveals that, you know, there was a new time frame, and Claudia tries to cover herself by killing Doyle, and now he knows that his sister wanted him dead. So at the very end of the episode, we see where Vic goes back to the police, even when he got scooped up prior in the episode, and he goes back to where he wants full immunity, and now he's going to be wanting to snitch because they're wanting him to infiltrate CBI. So that was pretty much the gist of between Claudia, Vic, and Walter. So Walter is gone, we have Polly gone, and now we also have another issue where Tommy was dealing with D-Mac as well as also everybody else, because D-Mac was freaking out about killing a cop. And we see where he's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And he tells him, he says, you stay in the house and you don't do anything. Now, what happens is you have where Tommy sees D-Mac on the street after Diamond finds him on the street as well, because Diamond's having issues to where he's wanting to combine everything from the ones that split from CBI as well as also the ones that split from CBI now, because he got shot at in a restaurant. He also finds out that his father's dying, which we're going to talk about a little bit later in the video. And we also find out that Tommy finds D-Mac, threatens them because of everything that happened. And then even we see JP going, what is going on? Why you got your hands on my son? And he later finds out the reason why Tommy's doing this and being so hard on D-Mac, because he's trying to get him to understand he has another life to choose other than the street life. Same thing that he tried to tell Tariq. Unfortunately, Tariq, he was too much like Tommy and Ghost to be able to figure that out. So he's trying to save one nephew when he couldn't save another. And that's the reason why he's doing this. And anyone that's been following Power as long as anyone has, even myself, there's a lot of reason to that, because in his mind, it's like, I couldn't save one nephew, I'm damn sure going to save another. So that's the reason why he's trying to do this. And Tommy does have him scooped up by Big Smurf, and he goes to some unknown area, what looks to be maybe a farm/school possibly, and his father does agree to it. Kate does find out, she freaks out, and she goes back on the drugs. And we do see where later on DMAC does call Tommy after he's given a phone, and he tells him, don't try to leave. I'm going to have eyes on you day and night. Do not try to leave. And he says, when you're ready to come back, I'll let you know. And again, you can tell he's doing this out of tough love, but it's going to hurt him because right now he's going to deal with his mom as well as his brother, and it's just going to cause more issues. Now, another thing I will say is, again, between Tommy and Marina's relationship is escalating very quickly because he's texting her while she's at work. Then she has to handle a patient that come in when she was shot, and unfortunately they're not able to save her. Now, the one that she was with, Kendall, he was acting like it was not big of a deal. She was acting like it was a big deal. And that's when she finally confronts him about, do you love me? Do you care about me? And she pretty much made a decision of, I don't care about you either. And she starts to walk away. Now, when she's walking outside, Miguel does see this, and then later on goes and confronts Kendall by breaking both of his hands to make a message of basically, don't screw with my sister and hurt her. Now, we also have another issue where Gennard goes more on the deep end to where he is becoming more of a druggie. He steals more coke. He steals more other stuff. He's still trying to get more and more drugs. And then later he goes and gets high with some junkie in a car after he gives them a necklace that he stole from another dealer, to where he's trying to make any kind of ends meet between drugs and also getting high at the same time. Now, Diamond has a hard time dealing with a lot of things as well, due to he goes and sees his father for the first time in however many years. Him and his father do go at it, to where he stays and he wants to confront him, and his father does own up to his mistakes to a certain degree, but he also says the reason why that he was hard on him is because he knew that Diamond did not need him, that it was Gennard that needed him, and the only thing he asks Diamond before he passes is, take care of your brother. Now, I will say it's kind of crazy that even after everything, Diamond and Gennard may be able to squash this, due to the point after he pretty much lies to Gennard and tells him everything that was going on with their dad and what he said, because obviously he was trying to make Gennard feel better. So it looks like that Gennard may be going back to CBI at some point because he's now that desperate. Miguel does not want nothing to do with him because he wants his money. Same thing with the Serbs. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see where everything's going to go from here, because I'm really curious on if Gennard is going to tell Diamond about his now new drug addiction. Same thing with everything else, due to the fact of that Diamond may be able to help him beat this at the same time. So it's going to be kind of interesting on what's going to happen, because again, Gennard is going so deep down the rabbit hole. Is he going to be able to redeem himself? Is he going to be able to get clean? Is he going to be able to do anything? What exactly is going to happen? Now, there's been a lot of theories. There's been a lot of circulations on, okay, is Marina loyal? Is she using Tommy? Is she trying to get information from him by her grandmother? Obviously, because her grandmother does not trust Tommy. And what else exactly is going on within the world of power? So, again, guys, that is the review of episode 5. What do you guys think about it? What do you think is going to happen in the next episode? What do you think is going to happen to DMAC? Where do you think they took him? And also, what do you think is going to happen with Tommy and everybody else in the season of Power Book Force? Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. If you guys are new, leave a big fat like. Also, like I said, guys, I keep saying that because, again, it not only helps me out, it helps the channel, it helps get this video out there, helps be able to share more thoughts on the world of Power. Again, you guys know I love this franchise. I've been trying to cover it as long as I can. Again, I have massive love for the franchise. Let me know what you guys think about it. What do you think is going to go from here? What do you think is going to go with Claudia and Vic? Did you expect Vic to turn and go become into a snitch? Do you think something else is going to happen? Let me know what your thoughts are about it, and I'll see you as always on the next one.